Good evening, everyone. It's Monday, July 13, 2020. Look at all, day 22. Number 1198. Currently, I'm deciding and uploading the vlog from yesterday, so by the time you're watching this video, yesterday's vlog should already be up. Please be sure to go check it out. Don't forget to like, share, comment, and subscribe. So I did my L'Occitane, it's like Youth and Reset oil all over my face today. And then on top of that, I went in with Johnson's Baby lotion as a moisturizer. I feel like that's what's been missing in my life.
Baby, yeah, baby, yeah, baby, yeah, baby.
I got up this morning and I took my medicine and then I went back to bed and I didn't get up until 9 just now, and then now it is 11. See, like, as I'm editing, that there's actually life coming back into my eyes. Literally, if you go back to my January vlog, I was definitely very, very good at hiding it, but it was not like this. I got up earlier and I made a chicken tender like sandwich that I made yesterday. I think I'm probably, and I finished most of it. Probably gonna make another one now. I mean, if you really hone in on it, on what I'm talking about, if you go back to like January vlogs, my speech will be sometimes slur, my motion will be very, very slowed. And like, you can actually see it in my eyes, like, and the way that I'm talking and stuff. And I think probably my weight, you can see that in my face as well. I've always been really, really scared about what I put on my face. So like, and I never used to really experiment too much. I mean, I started using the Johnson's Baby lotion like a long time ago, but like, it wasn't really all that my skin required. Obviously, like, my skin requires a lot of, like, you know, I don't know, something to like just kind of boost it and everything, keep it nice and like healthy looking. So the baby lotion definitely doesn't provide that. So that's when I got the other moisturizers that I have, like the L'Occitane, it's like a oil and reset youth cream, and then some of the other ones, like the SPF. I definitely needed that, but it was just for the SPF part. It wasn't for anything else, because I didn't have anything that was like a facial cold cream that was doing that for me. So yeah, it's kind of scattered, but anyway, so like now those are the only two things that I'm kind of like using right now. So they're working like as of today, I've actually started to do that. Previously, like during my vlogs, like all the time that I've been vlogging, I haven't been using anything to like do anything for my face, like as a moisturizer. So yeah, look how long my big toenail is growing. So dirty. That's cat litter tracking everywhere. Anyways, the reason that I like wasn't using the moisturizer previously is because like I have this theory that like if I wear it out in the sun, it'll probably like, I don't know, like burn my skin or something, because it doesn't have anything SPF in it. So yeah, and so I stopped using that and I was like, I definitely need to probably use some SPF one. SPF is way better. And also, like, from the moving and all that, like I was just constantly having dust and like just not wanting to have like dust like in my lung and my air passageways. It just like would have no, I tried to like prevent it and stuff, and like tried to like avoid it as much as possible, and but it would still be like all over my face just from moving all the time and stuff. But now that like I'm settled in, basically, a lot. I don't know. I feel a lot cleaner, and now I'm like using my moisturizer. And I feel like a ton better as well, like as of today. So yeah. Before I was just like dealing with it, like my body and stuff, I was just like letting it all just kind of like, you know, like glass. I was just like taking it like glass, and I was just like letting it all just settle on top of me, not touching myself and stuff, because that would have just made everything way worse. You know, it's just a health precaution. So I was like not even, yeah, I was just kind of like, you know, just letting it all just settle on top of me, and not like do anything about it at all. Just trying to avoid the germs, and then yeah, and it, you know, and that's why like it basically took like such a long time to like actually, you know, get all that cleared up and everything and out of the way. For sure, trust me, a long time. And get my skin like nice and clear before like I started applying like any product. Last one. And I make more. Not saying that it wasn't clean, but I just didn't know because I didn't care enough. Like I was way too sick, and like I had like way too much like other crap like going on that y'all probably didn't know about. I was like really busy, especially with like planning out the vlog and stuff. And like I'm very, very prone to like touching my face. And if like, yeah, so, and my face was like really, really sensitive. I was like sick, so like my allergies were way worse than anyone probably could ever imagine. So yeah, but it makes my face feel like baby's butt. Like before, it was just like really bad. I couldn't even touch my face. So I use Cetaphil, like it's a foaming face wash, and you're supposed to use like a thin layer to do that, like a foam. When I do that, because I already have like sensitive skin, and you're not supposed to like do too much of that, because there's a lot of chemicals, and you don't want to put like too many chemicals on your skin, especially if you're someone like me that has really, really sensitive skin. And then yeah, I'll show you guys how I do that sometimes in the future. And then I always like to use my scrub as well. It's by Neutrogena. It's just a scrub. I think it has salicylic acid in it or something. I'm not sure. Don't quote me on it. But I just take like very, very little, like probably a dime size, and work that on after using the Cetaphil, not before, because I like using the scrub, but it doesn't really serve any other purpose besides just kind of exfoliating and like clearing of like dead skin cells. And like the Cetaphil, if I use too much, it will like hurt my skin, you know, because it's very, very chemically. It's, you know, you want to use chemicals in moderation, I think, for yeah, I would say for your skin, especially the Cetaphil foaming face wash. It's actually really, really strong, but it's not too strong, and you never want it to be like too potent, or it's going to like, I don't know, it's going to make your condition worse than better, or help it. And then after that, because it has like a lot of like healthy stuff in it, I like to use that. And then after that, I like to go into the scrub because it makes my face smell good and it makes it like smooth, makes my skin like really, really smooth. So yeah, I pretty much do that on a daily basis. I also like to use antibacterial hand soap, but I only use like a very, very little of that because it's not really good at all. It's not good enough. So, you know, it's very, very, very like on the surface. What I mean by on the surface is like it's just, you know, it's very mild, like it's a mild soap that, you know, will remove like any kind of like dirt. That's all. So that it'll clean off like anything on the surface, including like it's antibacterial, so anything you got going on like fungus, it'll clean that up. It'll definitely help that for sure, especially if you're using it on a daily basis. It definitely doesn't hurt anything, but don't rely on that like solely, for sure. That's just something that I do because I work in the healthcare industry, and if I'm exposed to, you know, whatever it is that I'm exposed to on a daily basis that's in the hospital, you know, I have to take extra precautions. So that's just something extra that I do. So I don't know. You can tell me about whatever you do. And then, let's see what else. And then the foaming face wash by Cetaphil is just like, it's backup. It backs up the soap and the antibacterial soap. And it sort of, it really, it like protects like the surface of the skin like further than the soap does. And yeah, and then I don't know, and then after that I use a scrub. Like, I think you can use a scrub daily. I don't think it should hurt your skin, like especially if you're not using too much, you know, which you could use too much, but like I think it sort of adds like this filmy sort of like, almost feels like tape on your face, or like some kind of like the texture or that feeling that you have whenever you touch plastic. It sort of gives that feeling if you use too much. So I just use like a dime size to scrub and work that onto the skin in a nice like layer, in a thick layer, and the dime size amount would be like really, really enough for, you know, what you're trying to accomplish. Which for the scrub that I have in the shower, it clears and like cleans the skin, and yeah, and it's just sort of like removes any like excess debris, which I'm really, really careful about as well, because that can turn into like bacteria. So debris and like anything you can possibly think of, like in your pores, dirt, dead skin, whiteheads, like those little tiny, they're not, it's not pus, but it's like, they're like I don't know, you can just like push on it and it'll just come out. So that's why I'm referring to it as a whitehead. For my skin, it'll be like this solid, like stick, like almost pimple thing that just comes out, and it'll be solid. It won't be like liquid. It won't be like leaky or anything like that. It'll just be like this. It's sort of like a hair, you know, if you have an ingrown hair, it'll just be like, it'll be like the root of it, you know. So anything like that, any dirt that comes in there, any oil, but the oil, it kind of helps. So you want the oil to be in there. This facial scrub that I'm talking about doesn't really like remove any excess oil. It's sort of like backup or like reinforcement for the oil that you already have on your skin, because it'll leave like sort of a little filmy layer on there, and it just kind of protects and preserves that oil. Then after that, like today, I used my Youth Oil and Reset cream. It's like an overnight cream that I like to use. It is just something that I like to do, you know, because I feel like it sort of helps with like the elasticity on my skin a little bit, I think, and preserving that and making me look youthful, and the skin to be youthful. And then again, I use like baby lotion. I tend to scratch my face a lot, and that stuff is like really cheap, and touch my face and just sort of like do this a lot on my skin, and it sort of rubs off anything that I'm wearing on it. That's why I don't like to go like luxury with my facial moisturizer. I'm perfectly fine with Johnson's, I think. It's just not the safest because it's not SPF. And they cause my skin to be like really sensitive. So like, as you can see, like it's red right now. Just from me touching it, like I was scratching, and like I'll have like stuff in my pores that I'll like to like pick out. So it'll come out like scabs, like tiny scabs. So they'll just come out, and then my skin will be left looking like that and feeling like that too. So I don't like to do like luxury like facial moisturizers because it'll just rub off. I mean, I do this all day, and like if I use a moisturizer, it's just like more for me to be able to like work on my skin and like, you know, clean everything off, because it's easier. Like the moisturizer like adds oiliness, and it sort of you know, I'm trying to think of a better word than moisturize, but like it, you know, it increases like the mobility of everything on the skin, so it's easy to kind of work everything out, and it adds to the oil that I already have on my face. So those two things kind of like blend together, and they just sort of like melt anything that's extra off of my face without it hurting too much. So it's really convenient for me to just be like, oh, all the time. It's sort of a thing that I have. It's just like a habit that I have, but because like, I don't know, I like to have like really clear skin. I feel like I never actually get to experience like actual like skin that I want, because I have like so much going on. That helps. Anyways, everyone, I'm gonna close the vlog. Please don't forget to like, share, comment, and subscribe, and I will talk to you guys on the next vlog.